In an arena where the brightest of students go for battle, that arena is in each and every one of their brains, and the battle is within. The battle is within, and the winner reveals how hard they have pushed their minds. Knowledge reveals opportunity to know what one is capable of, to know what barriers one may overcome, and to know what obstacles are opportunities. Now, from AETN's Think Fast studio, here are your hosts, Bill Davis and Amy Rout.
I'm your host, Bill Davis, for this edition of Think Fast. And we're very fortunate to have Amy Rout as our co-host.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
Pretty
Hello,
good.
everyone. It's great to be here with you, Bill, a 30-year legend like yourself, Quiz Bowl.
I'm not sure if I'd classify myself as a legend, but anyway, I've been around that long. At the 4th Annual Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl Invitational Tournament at Russellville High School, students got a chance to stretch their minds and have a lot of fun doing it, too. This tournament is unique in the fact that you have middle school, junior high, and high school students all competing on the same day. That's quite an organizational feat for Russellville High School, and we commend them for that.
What celebrated thespian recently starred as the witch in the movie adaptation? Brian?
Meryl Streep.
Correct.
Ultimately, his father in Nazi Germany. Yeah, on that with him.
Eli Wiesel.
Yes.
With all this excitement, the production team focused on Cedar Ridge and Conway High students for this tournament. I've been thinking about a new boot camp program for these quiz bowlers. Let's see what their strengths are and how I could possibly help them improve their physical fitness as well. So a burpee is down, hop back, hop in, jump up, down, hop back, hop in, jump up, ready, go. Down, hop back, hop in, jump up. Okay, good, great. That's me not being nice. You can just come down, step back, step in, arms up, down, step back, step in. You boys stay on it. Keep counting, boys. 2, hold it up right here, hold it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. 5 mountain climbers, go. See, I'm being a little bit nice. 4, 5, up you go. You know, you gotta have buzzer fingers, good buzzer fingers. So are you ready? Hold your hands up like this. Let's go. Down, out, up, out, up, out, out, up. Buzzer, 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 buzzer. How fast can you push it? So team, we know that our physical health is so important for our mental health, correct? Our bodies have to be active and our heart has to be healthy to get the blood pumping, to get that blood flowing through the body so our brains work. Set your intention for your practice today. One more big breath in and out. Are you ready, team? Jack, know what I have?
24.
Yes, good job, Joe. Okay, number 5. Classify this sentence by its structure. Cleaning anything involves making something else dirty, but anything can get dirty. Joe? Yes. Thomas Hobbes followed which ism, not meaning he was greedy, but what he reduced every experience to a physical process. Tim? Yes, good job. Okay, team, let's go. Think fast.
Quiz Bowl can be intense at times, but our friend Amy Rout likes to keep it fun and energetic. Amy, tell me a little bit about this Think Fast boot camp.
Well, I may not know a lot about the Quiz Bowl traditions, but I do know they spend a lot of time in their seats. So I was thinking of some creative ways that we could add some physical fitness because it's important to be strong physically, not just mentally.
Wow, I'm tired just looking at that. That was a lot of fun. Maybe Amy will set a trend with her boot camp for other teams that are looking for that extra edge in these competitions. Get those thumbs strong for the buzzer. I love that. Before we begin our third and final match for the day, we'd like to honor our third and fourth place finalists in the 5A conference. This year's third place finalist was Watson Chapel. And fourth place was Valley View. Congratulations. Now let's move on to introduce the teams for our final Quiz Bowl match, the 5A Conference Championship between Morrilton and Little Rock Christian. First for Morrilton, we have Thomas Ragland, a senior. Their captain is Jonathan Rankin, a senior. Brett Harkin, a senior. And Baxter Yarborough, a senior. Their alternates are Ego Hurtko, a junior, John Hopkins, a sophomore, and Drew Patterson, a sophomore. Their coach is Cody Vest. Let's hear it for Morrilton. And now to Little Rock Christian, we have Tyler Blasak, a junior. Their captain is Cooper Lair, a junior. Colton Fisher, a junior, and Spencer Burton, a junior. Their alternates are Hayden Bradbury, a junior, and Geronimo Lopez, a senior. Their coach is Danny Erlinson. Let's hear it for them. Big round of applause. All right, Little Rock Christian. I would like to wish both teams I hope they do very well with this, and I also want to turn it over now to our quiz master, Steve Patterson. Best of luck.
Thank you very much, Evangeline. Before we start this 5A game, I want to take a note of personal privilege on behalf of the board and recognize our longtime coach and board member, Ronette Metcalf, who has coached Watson Chapel for many, many years and been very successful. She's retiring from Quiz Bowl this year. She's serving as our timer right over here. And Ronette, I just want to salute you here before the 5A game and thank you for all you've done for Quiz Bowl in Arkansas. Now let's get down to the business at hand, which is this 5A state championship, and it's the last one of the day, so possibly we might have saved the best for the last. I hope so, because this is going to be exciting between these two very equal teams. Morrilton, good to have you here back, and Little Rock Christian, good to have you back. So it's good to see both of these teams back in form and doing very well. All right, we're ready to begin this 5A state championship match. Hands on our buzzers. Let's get started. State the adjective that refers to computer memory that requires constant power to maintain. Brett?
Random access memory.
No, to maintain the stored information. Cooper?
Random.
No, it's called volatile memory. Volatile memory. All right, question number 2. You're watching a baseball game on TV, and the commentator says, that was the best nickel curve the pitcher has thrown this game. What is the real name for that kind of pitch? Jonathan?
Slider.
Yes. Question number 3. Pork Chop Hill, Heartbreak Ridge. Jonathan?
Vietnam.
No. And Chosin Reservoir are battles fought by U.S. troops in which war? Cooper?
The Korean War?
Korean War, yes. What is the name for a group of organic compounds in which the carbon of the carbonyl group is joined to 2 other carbons? It has a general formula of RCOR. Brett?
Aldehydes.
No. Little Rock Christian? Spencer?
Alkanes.
That's a ketone. Ketone. In Jane Austen's novel, Pride and Prejudice, what is the name of the family with 5 daughters? Cooper?
Bennett.
Yes. Identify either one of Bach's 2 famous works named for New Testament. Brett?
The Brandenburg Concertos.
No, named for the New Testament Gospels. Cooper?
The Matthew Concerto.
The St. Matthew Passion would have been right, or the St. John Passion. All right, question number 7. President Eisenhower first denied that the United States was flying spy planes over the Soviet Union until a U-2 spy plane was shot down over Russia in 1960 and the pilot captured. Name that pilot. Cooper.
Smith.
No. Jonathan.
Jones.
One of these days, that's going to be the right answer. All right. Francis Gary Powers was his name. All right. Number 8. Name the state in which the rate of energy flow between two objects. Thomas.
Equilibrium.
More specific.
Heat equilibrium.
No. Is equal, and the objects are at the same temperature. Spencer.
Thermal equilibrium.
Thermal equilibrium. Good. That's the one we needed to have there, Thomas. But you were close. What does the Latin phrase bona fide? Cooper.
Good faith.
Yes. Math computation. So we'll put 20 seconds on the clock. I guess this is our first math of the match, isn't it? All right. Here it is. Given that the secant of angle theta equals 7/3, what is the value of the sine of theta? And if necessary, give your answer in simplified square root form. Cooper.
Square root of 40/7.
No. Morrilton. Answer, please. Baxter.
2 square root 10/7.
Yes. Question number 11. This element was the source of power in the bomb dropped on Nagasaki, Japan. Thomas.
Hydrogen.
No. It is a common fuel along with uranium-235 in nuclear reactors. Name this. Cooper.
Plutonium.
Plutonium would be the one we were looking for. All right. Which British geochemist of German birth shared the 1953 Nobel Prize in Physiology and Medicine for his description of the citric acid cycle? Cooper.
Krebs.
Krebs. Good job. Number 13. It was first named Byzantium. Name this Cooper.
Istanbul.
Yes. If a parabola is a function, what is the numerical value of the slope at its vertex? Thomas.
0.
Yes. Argo is a 2012 action thriller movie based on a real event that took place in the Iran. Cooper.
The 1979 Iran hostage crisis.
No. During the Iran takeover of the U.S. Assembly and hostage crisis, what country's embassy gave the escapees shelter? Jonathan.
Canada.
Canada, yes. Question number 16. Which modern-day state was the only one of the original 13 colonies that did not touch the Atlantic Ocean? Cooper.
New Hampshire.
No. Jonathan.
Vermont.
No. Pennsylvania. All right, the next question is a math computation, so we'll put 20 seconds back on the clock. And here's the problem. Calculate the surface area of a sphere having a radius of 4 inches to the nearest hundredth of an inch. Cooper?
64 pi square inches.
No. Baxter?
64 pi over 3 square inches.
No, the answer was 200.96 square inches. All right, here's the next toss-up. What American author wrote The Woman of Andros, The Bridge of San Luis Rey? Jonathan?
Wilder.
Yes. Which country music legend saw Johnny Cash perform live in San Quentin as a prisoner? And he vowed to go straight and concentrate on his music. His last big hit was Twinkle, Twinkle, Lucky Star. Thomas.
Nelson.
No. Cooper.
Garth Brooks.
No, Thomas was a little closer time-wise. It was Merle Haggard. Merle Haggard. Science computation. And of course, science computation gets 20 seconds as well. A rock climber wears a 7.5 kilogram pack while climbing a cliff. After 30 minutes, he is 8.2 meters above the starting point. How much work in joules does the climber do on the pack? And give your answer to one significant digit. All right, Cooper?
600 joules.
I can accept that. Good job. And that happened to be the last question of round one. Do we have any challenges over here? Challenges here? But we have one on this side. We do have a challenge in the works, so we'll take a short break while our coach gets his challenge ready.
So we have a challenge, Bill.
Yeah, and I think it has to do with one of the math questions. Sometimes when you give math answers, and I may be totally wrong because I can't hear what they're saying, but I think it has to do with the way they presented the answer. And if you're dealing with circles, pi can be in the answer. And I noticed when Steve read the answer from what is in front of him, which is what he's obligated to do, it didn't have pi in the answer, and I think that's it, but now I'm guessing it may not be it at all. But if it is, what it means is you've got to convert what the answer was on Steve's sheet into what would be considered over here. Okay. But most of the time we've done that in the past. We accept the answers in pi, like if you're talking about the area of a circle, or in this case you're talking about the surface area of a sphere. Well, that would have pi in the answer as possible. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what you're thinking. Okay. Mm-hmm. How does this affect the rest of the team and the flow?
When we're waiting on a challenge? Yes. If coaches will tell the players, don't get wrapped up in this. Okay. You know, don't use your mental energy trying to figure out what's going to happen in this. I've seen games where the challenge, and we had one here not too many years back, where the challenge meant the difference between winning and losing, but your students do not want, your players, you don't want them involved in it. Okay. This is a coach's responsibility. This is the responsibility of the students that are sitting at the side with the coach. Mm-hmm. They're going to be doing things. The players have already done what they're supposed to do. They've given an answer. Okay, you relax now. Conserve your energy. Okay.
I'm amazed. All the years we've been doing Quiz Bowl, there seems like a lot of pop culture questions here today.
There are more pop culture questions. I've noticed in and that's okay. This is supposed to be a game that contains all kinds of questions. Wow. All of the body of knowledge out there is game for questions. And whoever writes the questions, I'm suspecting that we may have had a different writer. Mm-hmm. But if we did, the questions are okay. They're good. Mm-hmm. They're great questions, and the students are enjoying this too.
And I think that shows our audience out there, especially our young people who could potentially become, members of a team, that it's a wide variety of knowledge that you need to be aware of.
We had the question a minute ago about the Korean conflict and the battles. I guarantee you there were people in the audience that knew that quick. Wow. That students, that was history for them. It wasn't for their parents and grandparents.
Okay, I think we're ready to go back to Steve for the rest of the match.
Welcome back. We did have a challenge in the break from Morrilton High School, I believe on one of our math questions, and we're going to turn the mic over to our head judge, Justin Acree.
All right. So both teams challenged the same question. The question was calculate the surface area of a sphere having a radius of 4 inches to the nearest hundredth of an inch. And because both answers were given in terms of pi instead of being given to the nearest hundredth of an inch, we're going to stick with the original ruling that the question was incorrect for both teams.
All right, we're back, and thank you very much, Justin, and our judges today. Our coaches do have the opportunity to challenge any question if they think that their student's answer might have been right, and we certainly want to give them that opportunity because sometimes we don't have the right answers here, as we found out earlier today. All right, we're at the end of round one with a very close game. Little Rock Christian has 80, Morrilton has 50, and we're ready to begin this second round. And Geronimo, you've come in for Little Rock Christian. Good to have you. And I think we've kept everything the same over here for Morrilton. All right. This is our toss-up with a chance at bonus. So, Cooper, you're the captain, and Jonathan, you're the captain. So when we confer, give your answers to me. Here's the first toss-up for a chance at the bonus. The novel The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. Jonathan.
Holden Caulfield.
Yes.
Nice.
All right. I was going to ask you to name the narrator, and you did. Jonathan, you've earned a rather interesting category called Historic Children from World History. All right? Name the following famous youngsters in history. Here's question number one. The first child of English parents born in America.
Dare.
Yes. Bruno Hauptmann was convicted of kidnapping him in 1932.
Lindbergh.
I need more specifics.
His name is Charles Lindbergh. What's it?
His child.
Yeah.
Lindbergh's child, Lindbergh's baby.
Lindbergh Jr.
No. She was only 19 when she married John Rolfe.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Yes. The national hero of France and battle leader at Orleans.
Joan of Arc.
Yes. And unfortunately, Charles Lindbergh's baby was the third, not the junior. So
I didn't say junior.
We didn't. Oh, well, you still had to say the third to get that one right. So I apologize. But you got 3 out of the 4, and you did even know it was the Lindbergh baby, so good job. 25 points there for Morrilton on that, and a much closer game now. Here's the toss-up that might give your team a bonus. DNA is composed of repeated units of nucleotides that have 3 parts: a sugar, a phosphate group, and a nitrogen base. Thomas.
Guanine.
I'm sorry?
Guanine?
No. I need to know, what is the simple sugar called? Cooper.
Ribose. Deoxyribose.
Judges?
He said ribose first. We can't take it.
No. I needed the deoxyribose first, Cooper. All right. All right, question number 23. If the discriminant of a quadratic equation is negative, Jonathan.
Imaginary solutions.
You're right. Jonathan, you are anticipating well today, and here is your bonus. It's called literature titles. Given a partial title of a work of literature along with the name of the author, complete the title. All Creatures Great and Blank by James Herriot.
Small.
Yes. The 42nd Blank by John Dos Passos.
Parallel.
Yeah.
Yes. Tortilla Blank by John Steinbeck.
Flat. Yeah.
Flat.
Yes. Bleak Blank by Charles Dickens.
House.
Yes. All 4 for a total of 30 points when we add in the toss-up points. Very good job. All right, here's another toss-up for a chance at the third bonus. Ready? What 19th century European war, the first seen behind a camera lens, ended with a long, bloody capture of the headquarters of the Russian fleet at Sevastopol? Cooper.
The Russo-Turkish War.
No. At Sevastopol. Jonathan.
Franco-Prussian War.
No, the Crimean War. All right. No harm done there. Number 25. What 1854 act repealed the Missouri Compromise? Cooper.
The Kansas-Nebraska Act.
Cooper, you've earned a bonus for your team, and it is in musical tempos. All right? Identify the musical tempo marking given a description. The slowest tempo marking denoting a tempo of roughly 50 beats per minute and below.
Largo.
Yes. The fastest tempo marking, faster than presto.
Prestissimo.
Yes. A walking tempo found just below allegro.
Andante.
Yes. And number 4, an intermediate tempo marking denoting a tempo not too fast and not too slow.
Moderato.
Right. So you got all 4 of those correct for a total with the toss-up of 30 points. And we have a very close game. All right, here's the next toss-up for the bonus, and it happens to be math computation. So we'll put 20 seconds on our clock and give you this problem. Change the base 16 number 4D to base 10. Baxter.
78.
No. Cooper.
77.
77 is the correct answer. All right. You've earned geology now as a category. Identify these terms associated with geology from a short definition. A large pile of sediment that forms when a stream emerges from a narrow canyon onto a flat plain at the foot of a mountain range.
Alluvium.
More specific.
Alluvial plain.
No. The oldest period in the Mesozoic era.
Jurassic.
No. A steep-sided hollow that is carved into a mountain at the head of a glacial valley.
The face.
No. The boundary between the crust and the mantle.
Moho.
Yes, I can accept that. All right, and I don't have to say that big long thing it stands for. Good. All right, you missed the first three, and let me tell you what those are. The first one, the large pile of sediment, is an alluvial fan. And then the oldest period in Mesozoic era is the Triassic period. And the steep-sided hollow at the head of a glacial valley is a cirque. Cirque. All right, but you got 15 points out of that deal, and you've taken us out of round 2. And let's see if we have any challenges. None here? None over here? Okay. So our score at the end of round 2 is Little Rock Christian 125, Morrilton 105. That means, of course, Morrilton, that you'll get to pick first from our 3 categories. All right, and here they are. Artist. Name the artist who created each of the following works. World history. Identify these terms in the study of world history and world politics. All right, and famous Marys. M-A-R-Y. Identify each of the following famous Marys from the description given. Teams, you have 1 minute to decide.
Okay, Bill, I don't have any more nails. This is a nail biter.
I think Steve predicted this one correctly. I think we saved the best for last.
Oh, wow. It's good.
And this is just a game that you can't predict how it's going to run.
Wow. But
yeah.
What's happening here, Bill? I mean,
well, they're going to
good.
Yeah. Now, Morrilton has got the advantage right now because they're going to get a chance to choose first. And what they're doing is they're trying to negotiate what do we know. Okay. And then they're also, and I'll bet you they've played them before, what is it that they know? Okay. You know, if there's a 60-second round there that they think that Little Rock Christian could run, they're going to stop that. I mean, they'll pick that one.
And throughout the day, we've seen educated guesses play a key role in these matches, too.
Yeah, and I've seen educated guesses win a game. We haven't seen that today, but yes, there's been, in the opening game, there were 2 or 3 that we knew were educated guesses. Absolutely. But now in the 60-second round, you got to remember, you're going to have all 4 of these team members collaborating. You got to have good communication. That's why, if you'll notice, the captain sits in the second seat, not out there on the end, because now he has 2 people directly connected to him. And a lot of times, if you'll notice, if that outside person is trying to get an answer to the captain, even in the bonus round, all right, what they do is the person sitting right next to the captain repeats what he's saying, so that you don't get a mispronunciation or you don't misfire and get the wrong thing, because that's really crucial in these rounds. Very crucial.
So what do you think is the most important thing they need to remember going forward, the team members?
From here on?
From here on, to win this.
Once again, I would say neither team needs to look at the scoreboard.
Okay.
They don't need to get uptight. They just need to listen to the questions. And if you'll notice, there's questions that's got some hooks in them. You think it's going this way, so you buzz in and anticipate, and the question turns this way. Yeah. So they've got to be patient. Let the question come to them. Don't jump in too quick. This is too close a game. When you do that and that thing's got a hook on it, you ultimately just give it to the other team. So they got to be patient, wait for the question to get to them. Then when they're absolutely sure or they've got it within 1 or 2, then go ahead.
Wow, well, I tell you, it is truly exciting here, and for it to be the 30th anniversary of Quiz Bowl, and to see these students here performing the way they're performing, this is an excellent event.
It is, and it's an excellent two teams to have at the end of the day. These are very good Quiz Bowl programs.
And we're ready to go back to the match.
Welcome back. This is an exciting match, as we predicted, and we've asked in between during the break there which category they wanted. Morrilton over here chose artist, and they brought in Igor and John to help them with this category of artist, and Brett's going to be our captain for Morrilton for this round. And then over here for Little Rock Christian, they chose the famous Marys. And I believe Geronimo has come in. No, Hayden's come in. Geronimo, you were already here, weren't you? All right. Hayden, good to have you in the game for our lightning round. All right, are we ready? The timer ready back here? All right. We're going to begin with Morrilton's 60-second rounds. Cooper, you be ready for any bounce backs. Brett, look at me and speak very clearly when you want to give an answer. Name the artist who created each of the following works. American Gothic.
Grant Wood.
Yes. A Rake's Progress.
Hogarth.
Yes. The Scream.
Monk.
Yes. The Garden of Earthly Delights.
Bosch.
Yes. Arrangement in Gray and Black #1.
Whistler.
Yes. The Death of Marat.
David.
Yes. Still Life with Cherub.
That's I know. Some Baroque. Rubens.
Rubens.
No. The Yellow Christ.
How do you pronounce it? Gauguin?
Gauguin.
Gauguin.
Yes. The Sleeping Gypsy.
I don't know.
Halls.
No. Bathers at Osnieres.
Titian.
No. All right. Quick round. You did well in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8 judges. All right. Very good. But Cooper, they did give a few up for y'all over here. Name these artists. You're left with Still Life with Cherub.
Titian.
No. The Sleeping Gypsy.
Rubens.
No. And the Bathers at Osnieres.
Renoir.
That is Georges Seurat. The Still Life with Cherub was Paul Cézanne. And the Sleeping Gypsy was Henri Rousseau. All right. That was a tough category. But now, Cooper, it's your turn to try to do at least as well with your category of famous Marys. And Brett, you be ready for any bounce backs that we might have. Okay, here we go. It says to identify each of the following famous Marys from the description given. Thriller novelist who wrote Where Are the Children?
Smith.
No. Mary who was the original Peter Pan?
Pass.
American Impressionist painter who died in 1926.
KETZ.
Yes. Movie star, TV star, producer of her own shows.
Smith.
No. One of the two founders of United Artists.
KETZ.
No. Starred as a villain in The Maltese Falcon.
Pass.
One of the singing group The Supremes.
Stahl.
Okay. All right. They got one right, judges. Am I right there?
Yes, number 3.
Number 3. Okay, so we're ready, Brett, to see if you know some of these Marys. The thriller novelist who wrote Where Are the Children?
Mary Wollstonecraft.
No. Mary who was the original Peter Pan?
Pass.
Okay. Movie star, TV star, and producer of her own shows?
No idea. Pass.
No. One of the two founders of United Artists?
Reynolds.
No. Starred as a villain in The Maltese Falcon?
I can tell you who wrote it.
Who wrote it?
Hammett.
Hammett.
No, that was Mary Astor. Mary Higgins Clark wrote Where Are the Children? Mary Martin was the original Peter Pan. The TV star we were looking for, movie star, TV star, was Mary Tyler Moore. One of the two founders of United Artists, we were looking for Mary Pickford. And then the start as the villain in Maltese Falcon was Mary Astor. And then the singing member of the Supremes was Mary Wilson. All right. Well, that was a tough category, but we've tightened our game up again a little bit. And do we have any challenges? Make sure we don't have any challenges. All right. So at the end of round 3 of this very exciting game, we now have Morrilton at 175, Little Rock Christian at 135, and we are going to make a couple of substitutions here before this final round, so we'll take a short break. Welcome back to the 5A State Quiz Bowl Championship for 2015, and you have come at a very exciting time into the game if you're just now tuning in, with Morrilton at 175 and Little Rock Christian 135. Just 40 points separate them, and 200 points are up for grabs in this last round. And we're back to our original starting 4 for each team, I believe, and so I welcome you all back if you've been out enjoying yourself back there. And now it's time to work. There's a game to win, and so let's see if we can do it with these 20 toss-up questions. Here's the first one for you. Elvis Presley's record of 25 songs that made it into Billboard's... Brett.
Rihanna.
Brett, you're right. What is the name for a solution in which the pH remains relatively constant when... Jonathan.
Buffer solution.
Yes. Identify the Australian author who introduced the story of Oscar Schindler in his novel, originally entitled Schindler's Ark. That is Thomas Keneally. This nation gained independence from France in 1804 and became a republic. Name this, Cooper.
Haiti.
Haiti is right. What is the numeric value for the cotangent of 180 degrees? Cooper.
0.
No. Baxter.
Undefined.
Undefined would be the correct answer. Which of the 5 divisions of seed plants contains the most species of plants with more than 240,000? Among them are all of the flowering plants. Cooper.
Angiosperms.
No. Brett.
Bryophytes.
No, the anthrophytes. Anthrophytes. All right, number 37. Name a 6-letter word containing A-R-K somewhere in the spelling that is the name for a coarse-grained sedimentary rock rich in feldspar and quartz. The answer is Arcos. Arcos. This state capital is home to 2 great state universities. Name the city that was ground zero for political junkies during the presidential election of 2000 as the 2 campaigns fought over a recount. Jonathan.
Tallahassee.
You're right. Math computation for number 39. 2 brothers have a combined age of 44. 10 years ago, their combined ages equaled what the older brother is today. How old is the younger brother today? Answers, please. Cooper.
34 and 10.
No. Baxter.
10.
No, 20 is the correct answer. The actual answer is it doesn't matter because your brother won't remember your birthday anyway. All right. Question number 40. This woman is called by many the second most important woman in the New Testament. She was present at Jesus' Cooper.
Mary Magdalene.
You're right. All right, question 41. If you were boating on a river that took you from Colorado to Kansas and then into Oklahoma, what river? Jonathan.
Red River.
No. What river would you be on? Colton.
The Arkansas.
The Arkansas River. Very good. And eventually you might end up down here in Little Rock. In Moby Dick, a sea novel by Herman Melville, Ishmael and Queequeg sail with Captain Ahab in search of the white whale. What is the name of the ship? Cooper.
Pequod.
Yes. The nth root of the product of n numbers is the... Cooper.
Geometric mean.
You're right. Question number 44. They were two lovers that lived in the city of Babylon, but were forbidden to see each other by their parents. One is killed by a lion. Brett.
Pyramus and Thisbe.
Yes. Next is science computation, and just as we do for math, 20 seconds on the clock. And here's the problem. A straight wire, 0.5 meters long, is moved straight up at a speed of 20 meters per second through a 0.4 Tesla magnetic field pointed in the horizontal direction. What EMF is produced? Answers, please. Cooper.
4 newtons.
No. Thomas.
16 Teslas.
Actually, 4 volts would have been the correct answer. All right. So close. All right. Question number 46. What American poet wrote these lines in one of his poems? There is a place where the sidewalk ends. Thomas.
Silverstein.
Yes. 2 answers. You may call a timeout. We have Little Rock Christian calling a timeout, and so we'll take a short break while the teams confer. Welcome back from our timeout, and Hayden has come into the game during the timeout. Good to have you, Hayden. And I think we had an adjustment in score, just a slight 10-point difference there that we needed to correct, and that's been corrected. All right, here's our next toss-up question for both teams. 2 answers are required. This painting, painted in the Surrealist style in black and white, depicts the destruction caused from the bombing of a Spanish... Jonathan.
Guernica by Picasso.
Yes. Math computation. What is the value of the limit as x approaches 3 of the expression quantity x squared minus 9 over quantity x minus 3? Cooper.
6.
You're right. Didn't even have a chance to start the timer on that, Cooper. Good job. All right. Diastrophism is a term which you would find in which branch of science? Brett.
Botany.
No. Cooper.
Zoology.
Actually, it's geology. Geology. He was the first vice president to take office due to the death of a president. Brett.
Tyler.
Tyler is the correct answer and the last answer of this game. That is it, and we'll see if we have any subs. All right. A well-fought battle by two very experienced teams, veteran teams, and we have one state champion and one runner-up here for 5A, and they're both great teams. With our score, Morrilton 255 and Little Rock Christian 195. Morrilton is the 5A state champion in Quiz Bowl 2015. Congratulations.
Great game, Bill. Great game.
It was a great game, and I hope the audience in TV land can hear the response from the Morrilton supporters. That's what we've talked about in the past. That gives them such a boost. We would have gotten the same response if Little Rock Christian had won.
Exactly.
But that's what these students really thirst for, too, is that's really good. It was great to see. It was a good game.
It was a very good game. So what were some of the key moments for you?
Well, when Morrilton began to get ahead, something that I began to notice was Little Rock Christian was harder to get their questions and get their concentration once they had to play from behind. And you have that in teams every once in a while. But they'll overcome that. They're well coached. They'll be back. Both these teams will be back. As a matter of fact, I think it's either Benton or Morrilton that has been here more than anybody.
Oh, wow.
It's one or the other. I don't know which. I don't have that many fingers and thumbs to count it. But Morrilton has been here just constantly. And Linda Smith used to be their coach, and she has successfully passed this off on. And now Cody Vest is going to be their coach, and I figure for a long, long time.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it's just been a dynamic day. It's been a phenomenal day. And now it's now time to go to the set for the awarding of the trophy and the check with Brandon Cooper and Kelly Holt.
All right. Congratulations to both teams for a well-played 5A championship match. It's my pleasure to present the runner-up trophy to Little Rock Christian. Good job.
Little Rock Christian, you had a great run, and you are very representative of 5A. Congratulations. We have an award for $1,500 for academic excellence. Congratulations.
And the champions of 5A classification, Morrilton. Great job.
Congratulations to Morrilton, $3,000 for academic excellence. I expect to see you again at AE10 sometime. Congratulations.
And from one Cooper to another, it's my privilege to present the MVP to Cooper Lair from Little Rock Christian. There you go. Congratulations.
Seems like the MVPs seem to also be the captains and seem to have a lot of hardware. Here's a $150 check, MVP. Congratulations. Good job.
And now for the 5A All-Tournament team members, Carolyn Schry.
Well, in addition to Cooper, who kind of sloughed off today because he's been normally getting about a 18 to 22 average. Today it was only 16.2, but hey, we'll take that one. Pretty darn good. In addition to Cooper, we have Jonathan Rankin on that all-tournament team, and we have Brett Harkin on that all-tournament team too. Yeah. And from the schools not represented in these top two, but in the state competition, we have the following. Velimir Petrovic from Maumelle, Madi Salome from Magnolia, Victor Redco from Valley View, Jonathan Holland from Clarksville, Colton Hunter from Beebe, Molly Mason from Greene County Tech, Tyler Nelson from Harrison, Nabil Bimani from Maumelle, Zane Colvin from Wynn, and Simran Bimadi from Maumelle. A great-looking 5A all-tournament team. Congratulations.
Before we complete Quiz Bowl 2015, let's watch Governor Asa Hutchinson's 30th anniversary tribute for those just tuning in to this afternoon's competition.
Hi, this is Governor Asa Hutchinson. A big congratulations to the Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl on its 30th anniversary. The Quiz Bowl has had an important and lasting impact on academics in Arkansas. Just making a school's Quiz Bowl team is an achievement. It's not easy. Team members dedicate hours to studying everything from the classics to history to the latest developments in science. And that's in addition to their regular classwork. I remember when my son was a member of the Quiz Bowl team from Northside High School that won the national championship in 2001. It was a proud moment for this parent. Since 2001, the Arkansas Quiz Bowl has increased competition for junior high students and developed camps for students to become better Quiz Bowl players. This year, the Quiz Bowl Association will award a memorial scholarship to a deserving senior high player and recognize an outstanding coach. Just last year, another team from Arkansas won a national Quiz Bowl title. This time, coaches Lindsey Asbury and Richard Campbell led Woodland Junior High School of Fayetteville to the Junior National Championship. Over the years, Quiz Bowl has become an Arkansas tradition, as well as a showcase for the state's most dedicated students and their coaches. I'm proud to say I'm the father of a Quiz Bowl champion, and I'm especially proud that Arkansas has been part of Quiz Bowl for 30 years. We all look forward to many more years of great competition.
Congratulations to everyone. This has been an exciting day, and the 2015 Arkansas Governor's Quiz Bowl is over for this year. I would like to thank the teams for their hard work, the volunteers from the Quiz Bowl Association, AETN, and you, the viewers at home. I'm your host, Evangeline Parker Guest. We hope to see you next year. Until then, take care.